All right, we're going to go ahead and continue with our session. We're going to go ahead with 4 Alpha citizens' comments. Any citizens' comments? All right, now we'll move on to a couple of recognitions this evening since there are no citizens' comments. Keaton Stutzman? I apologize. I'll do push-ups afterwards. But I want to say, we want to call you forward, and I'm going to have Daniel kind of give a little speak on what actually transpired. But we want to recognize your excellence in representing yourself and the city in placing first place in the MPUA Lineman Rodeo.
So every year, well, I say every year, this is the second year that MPUA has held a Lineman's Rodeo. It's a competition for all the municipal apprentices and journeymen to compete and kind of show off their skills and their talents. Last year, Keaton was able to compete, did very well. This year he went back and he was able to finish first in the written test for the apprentices, and he finished first overall. There was 17 apprentices across the state of Missouri that competed, and he was the first overall winner for all those apprentices. He did very well in 4 events, and I just think that it's exceeded very well in our department as well.
City, and I also want to give you this coin from the city. So I appreciate you. I want to know you can get a free ticket to gas with this. And we need instructions. We've been recording them now. Congratulations. And are you staying here? In the city? Are you going to be going somewhere else now that you first place?
Oh, no. I'm sorry.
Now he has 2 trophies, but we only had 2 hands, and he had a coin in one, so we'll just, you want to say anything? That's excellent. To go and represent, come out in first place, that says a lot about the employees and the supervisor of the team. So that's something to definitely celebrate. We are very happy to celebrate it here. We also have a recognition for some employees that have, hold on. Speech. But what I will share with you is we have 3 employees that have completed the municipal certification program, and they were awarded with their certified municipal official plaque. And before I get started with that, I will tell you that it's about 16 courses that the participants have to take before they can receive this. This is a lot of information. What is MML? MML is the Missouri Municipal League. They have a lot of information out there, shared information throughout the state. The Municipal League covers down over 640 municipalities throughout the state. And what it is there's a lot of information about how cities work and municipalities, and it can be with economic development, it can be with planning and zoning, and it's how we do business as municipalities. But this program is presented before our communities within the state to help educate our city officials and our staff members to be able to do their job at a high level. And one of the things I want to bring up is we are really making history within our city. When I came here to the city, I was the first person to be certified. as a municipal official. And now we are up to 11, 12 that have completed between elected officials and staff. And that says something about our team, that we're seeking to learn and continue to learn so that we can do our jobs better to provide that premier service for our citizens. So I wanted to be able to share a little bit about the program, and I encourage every council member to complete that program, because there's a lot of updated information out there that can help you do your job better, and we want to encourage you to do so. With that being said, we have 3 of our staff members, and I'll call you up, and we'll all receive this award at the same time. So we have Ms. Tracy York. Okay, come up this way. We also have Ms. Denise Jacobs and Douglas Hott. We'll do an individual and then one together.
Good job.
It's not. It's not.
And I know you have, but I want to present you with the card. And also, Ms. Tracy, Doug is leaving.
I got enough questions for Chance. That's all right.
So we'll take a photo together.
Thanks, Mark.
All right, the next order of business is our city administrator's report.
So the report will start with the Waynesville Park Board, met September 11th, 2025. Some of the meeting topics included the 5-year park board plan, park survey ideas, and how to promote the park and those ideas. The Tiger Park agreement with the maintenance, operation, and improvement of that park, and then grant application, selection, and submissions. I've met with the park board, I've seen their 5-year park board plan, I've seen their ideas for promoting the parks and some of those ideas, and I really think the park board is putting in some good work. There's a lot coming out of that board that is some pretty cool stuff that we shared here. Trey Harrigan gave a update with the morning maintenance of the parks, cleanup operations in Southern Park, Tiger, Glen Haven, continued brush hogging along the Harbin Park and Liberty Park, installed conservation sign in Laughlin Park. Of course, regular maintenance along the restrooms, pavilions, and the splash pad is currently scheduled to remain open throughout the fall and fall. Next park board meeting is October 9th. Utilities Committee gave a September service report for the Plus County Sewer District agreement. Department updates were given from water, sewer, electric, and natural gas. Again, this is the line Portland Rodeo 2025 with Keith. Can't say enough about this department either. They all work hard. We've really expanded the alignment within this department in the last 6 years. I got here and it was Craig, Josh, and Daniel. We cycled through a lot. We cycled through a lot of different employees. And train them, they leave, have experience when they get here, and it just wasn't a fit. And so, you know, we just, what do we do, how do we do it, and we just keep the best of what we're working, training, learning. You know, we got these guys going through, and obviously one of the best students in the program, which we'll receive, so that's really impressive in my opinion. One of the things also that is very important, really glad that Mr. Wallace and his class is here. Fall cleanup, October 9th and 10th. That is when that will happen, so putting that out there, we have flyers, we have posters, it's posted in City Hall. So just make the community aware of that. Next utility committee meeting scheduled October 6th, 3:30. Economic development committees, that's September 8th. Business spotlight was moved on time, 304 Restored Route 66. The CID board had a meeting Friday, September 12th. If you guys remember last council meeting, we voted to expand our CID boundaries, and then the acceptance of that CID expansion was completed through the CID board on the 12th. Next meeting in economic development is October 6th at 5 o'clock. Roads and grounds, street department updates. You guys will be seeing a no parking ordinance for H Highway. This is a reoccurring kind of seasonal issue that we have addressed at least twice. It is a kind of a dangerous situation with the type of pedestrian traffic that we have and how the parking is situated through these practices. So it's something that after seeing it the second time, the committee recommended that we move forward with an ordinance within the city, so you guys can be seeing that. Again, we have another no parking ordinance for Woodland Hills that is within the packet. A lot of discussion on this, and again, the committee recommended coming out with an ordinance and bringing council for that. Next meeting is scheduled for October 7th. Emergency Service Committee met September 4th. All emergency services, animal shelter, police, and dispatch gave updates along with fire department. The next meeting is scheduled for October 2nd. Finance and Human Resources Committee met September 4th. We are not mid-year budget adjustments, we are actually at preliminary budget for 26. Okay? We have posted most of our departmental meetings. We still have a few scheduled for next week, and 2 makeup days if needed. Waynesville CID, this is the second CID that we seen last month at the council because we haven't received this much yet. Check my email just prior to the meeting so we could provide it. This is probably one of the more exciting slides on here, and I went and got it. Just so you know it's real, this is it. It is real. The finance committee received a copy of the audit. The audit is complete, finished, finalized, approved, submitted, whatever you want to call it. It's a lot of work. Probably one of the earliest audits we've ever received. And a lot of good information. Already received some questions and returned those answers back from some councilmen. The audit will be posted online for everyone, all citizens and councilmen. There are some hard copies if needed by the councilman to pick up. They will be in the finance officer and the office for that. I actually have somebody's copy here probably. Next meeting is scheduled for October 2nd at 5 o'clock. Planning and zoning, there was no meeting held. Next meeting is scheduled for October 14th. Board of Adjustments meeting itself. And the next meeting we have those as needed, so it's going to be adjourned. They're good for 5 o'clock at City Hall. As Special events, suicide awareness, perimeter healthcare, September 21st, Route 66, Alton Frogs, 28th. Happy Pride Night on 23rd, Happy Parade, that goes with that. Frog Hill 5K and Frog Hill half 10K, October 4th, NASA Plastic Fall Festival, 4th October on the Square, the 11th, 16th annual walk run live October 11th. A couple other items, I guess, other business, cleanup, some information, and then you guys will see there's discussion on one of these items. So those are the redistricting meeting for wards. And then you guys will pick up that, so maybe the first time some of the council's heard about it. It's time to kind of bring that out. It's past due, it's high time to get this readdressed and looked at. A lot of good communication coming out of that conversation, a lot of points of views, ideas, thoughts. We will be learning all this through one legal and two engineering to develop hopefully new redistrict board maps. And then the other thing that is really taking a lot of time, but it is worth the effort, is we are currently hosting the S&T classes within City Hall. I think there are 10 teams, 20 teams. There are 20 teams roughly, 2 classes. These are kind of senior design classes. We give them projects. They meet with us, and they're going to give us a design on the projects that we do. Projects are projects that you guys know about, we talked about, have been discussed. These are items that we have looked at many times, some of them. So we're able to kind of offload some of the heavy lifting on these kids and let them go through these are engineering grad students or graduation students. We're talking probably juniors or seniors. And they will provide a level of design for these projects. And I don't know, we've met with several. I got 3 on Sunday, I got 1 tomorrow. We have a lot coming in. We really are trying to accommodate the kids with their schedules. The one I met with today was like, yeah, I took my first test last night. How'd that go? It's over, he says. We've all been there. So a lot of good things going on in the city, a lot of exciting things, and as you can tell from the special events, there's plenty of activities going on.
Okay. Any questions for John? We'll move on to the next order of business. Thank you, John, for that report. And this is our fiscal year audit. Is there anything anyone wants to share on the audit, other than the fact that, it's a pretty robust package. But I will tell you that there's a lot of, as you go through it, and you look at what we have accomplished, it's just amazing how much we have done that we forgot about. That is in that report. So I would encourage you to navigate through it if you haven't had the opportunity yet. Anyone have any questions about it?
I've got to say, this is going to be put online where people can see that the city's not broke, it's not embezzling anything.
Yes, it will be made available online on our website, and you can do it. It's a fairly robust document, and as large as the document it is, the process and procedure to generate a document like that is even more work.
Is there a way that we can share the link in our app for people to just, that way it goes out as a notification?
We can share it a lot of ways. There are some options where we can even like put a pop-up as soon as you get it. You know how we have done that with notifications and stuff. If you guys find it that important, typically people find out it's important. And may not fully understand them all, but I find them kind of interesting and worthwhile to read, look at, and even compare to other communities and other areas because they post their audits online. Nobody really, transparency, especially through audit and audit process, is paramount for any community.
Any other statements about the audit? We'll move on to redistricting wards, and to just kind of get everybody up to speed. We did have a meeting about redistricting, and I'm going to explain that a little bit. We are required by the state statute to be within a variance of 10% in population in each ward. As everyone knows, the city has been growing in certain areas more than others. In Ward 1, I want to say we calculated somewhere around 20 homes that we lost in Ward 1. We have gained over 300 in Ward 2, which that puts things a little bit out of balance when it comes to the numbers. So it's not just Ward 2. We've seen construction in Ward 3, Ward 2, and we've seen some minor construction in Ward 1, but for the most part, it's been destruction in Ward 1, where there's homes that are not habitable. So that means that if there's homes that are not habitable, that means people can't be there, which means the population is not as even killed as it needs to be. So with that being said, we have to look at our boundaries and realign them so that every representative up here, councilman, is properly represented throughout the city with one another. So that's the reason we had it. This is the first meeting that we had. We talked about pretty much just RFIs, request for information. It was not to solve anything, but it was to ask questions. We came up with a list of questions, and we can kind of revisit some of those questions. If you have questions you want to add to that tonight as we talk about it, then we can do that here. So I'll just kind of open the floor to the council. Just let me know and acknowledge whoever wants to speak.
The other thing I want to say with that is, I think it's important. We have a lot of people in our community that are residents, but they may not be registered to vote. And we don't, that's not, this isn't driven by who's registered to vote or any of that. This is driven by how many constituents we have, and we take care of everybody that lives in the city. So, especially for our military people, because they're the primary ones that are not registered. I want to make sure they understand that we consider them too.
That's a good one. Anyone else? What? Well, I want to just bring up that Mr. Hayden volunteered to take 1,000 from each ward. But no, but this is something serious. I know we hear across the state that there is some redesignation of districts. This is not the same thing for us. It's not, has nothing to do with anything political. This has to do with adhering to the state statute, and for good reason, we're growing. So that's a good reason to have to move things around that we are developing our city, and that's what we're elected here to do, is to help our city grow in a healthy way. So,
Mr. Mayor, is
yes.
there a timeline that you have on when the new districts will be announced?
Yes, we want to have this submitted in, well, April of 2026 is when we want to have it finished. So it would not go into effect until the next election cycle, which would be, and I say election cycle only because people will need to be notified of what ward they're in, and we're going to come up with ways that we can make sure everyone knows what ward they live in. Why is that important? Because you need to know who's representing you, who to call, what council member that you need to contact if you have issues within your neighborhoods. But we're looking at probably April of 2027 is when people will actually be in a different ward. And this also opens up for those that want to run for office. You'll be now in a different ward, and you'll know which ward that you will be representing in the boundaries that we set forth.
I think one important thing that came up when we were talking, I'm involved with this, but we look at over a period, over a horizon of 12 to 24 months, where we're going to have growth in certain areas and so forth. I think that's going to be very important to play into this when we design this.
That's a good point too. We did bring that up, that looking ahead, we're not just planning for right now, but we are taking into consideration of possible areas where there can be an expansion. And we also agreed that we will revisit this annually with a committee just to keep eyes on it and say it's good, because I think the last one was, when did we say it was, John?
16.
2016 was the last time that it was updated.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So we want to keep an eye on it. We want to make sure every year we're looking at it, and as we develop, we're going to make those adjustments as necessary, but we'll make sure that we're always checking. Anyone else got any comments they want to share? All right, with that said, we'll go ahead and move on to item number 7. Not 7, I'm sorry, ordinance. We have no resolutions. We'll go to proposed ordinance HB 2025-38. Clerk.
First reading, an ordinance approving an agreement between the city of Waynesville and the Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission for transportation alternatives funds, fixing an effective date. Second reading, an ordinance approving an agreement between the city of Waynesville and the Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission for transportation alternatives funds, fixing an effective date.
Motion. Mr. Rice. Second, Mr. Hyde. Any discussion?
Councilman Barnes?
Yes.
Councilman Harrell?
Yes.
Councilwoman Bills?
Yes.
Councilman Hyde?
Yes.
Councilman Rice?
Yes.
Councilman Hayden?
Yes.
Councilman Paul?
Yes.
Proposed ordinance HD 2025-39.
First reading, an ordinance amending ordinance number 2188 regarding restricted parking on Mile Curtis Circle, fixing an effective date. Second reading, an ordinance amending ordinance number 2188 regarding restricted parking on Mile Curtis Circle, fixing an effective date.
Need a motion for this? Motion, Ms. Hills. Second. Second, Mr. Hayden. Any discussion?
Can someone tell us more about it?
Who goes to,
So we, forgive me,
Which one? The live.
This is live.
Live.
So, what ends up happening in Wild Curtis is people parking. Oh, sorry. What ends up happening in Wild Curtis is people park on both sides of the road. When they park on both sides of the road, you can't get a fire truck through there, and can't get no fire. And so we talked to Dustin about it. We've had several citizens come in and talk to us about it. And then, but I always look at, is it an inconvenience or is it a safety issue? And in this case, if you have 2 cars, fire truck can't get through. And that's, so, I mean, we had to do it up at, Henry, right? What was the name of the circle? Sierra, I'm sorry. So we had to do it there for the same reason, so we had to do it at one side. When I'm saying no parking, just the interior circle will have to park on the other side.
Thank you.
I will tell you this, we would also have to look at something else. Those interior roads there, they have people on both sides. So those roads are not mentioned in this. The other thing is, there's a difference between the houses on the north side of Mount Curtis than it is the south side. Single-family homes, duplexes. Number of vehicles, space between homes, very different. So we have to make sure we consider where is it congested and where it's not, because there's a number of various vehicles. In single-family homes, there's usually more people in those homes than it is in the duplexes. So we got to kind of consider that as we go forward with this.
Mayor, we wanted to make sure that it wasn't blocking the fire hydrants or mailboxes. Your Wood Street, that's the way you shouldn't block anything. And other times when we go to mile roads, it's spread heat rails, heat cars, and guys running on the roads.
Mailboxes and fire hydrants are on the interior part of the roof.
So the homes on Mary Catherine and Edmond, what are those? Are there
They're not,
mailboxes there?
I'm sure there is.
She said they had a column.
Yeah, I think those are gang boxes, right? Dustin didn't indicate that those roads were a problem. I mean, I don't know how else to say, you know, Dustin said it's a problem. This part's a problem, but that's not.
No parking on the interior, some of the. So, we all see this fire. Right now it's on 3. Side.
So when it's down, just go to the mayor. I'm not sure, just go to the mayor.
Also, the question, piggyback on that, first, 12 homes on both sides. They are two buses.
Now, the duplexes are, well, both sides of Lyle Curtis, yes. But, yes, and when you say both sides, I thought you meant both sides of the circle.
Just want to apply the lights for the first 12, the first 30 homes. So the color groups.
So they're exactly.
So to kind of go around, yeah,
I guess this question is, did you go out and drive it and assess what it was like at different times of the day? Are we just going off of that?
I've only been out there during the day.
Right, I'm assuming that is the problem.
I would think so. I've never been out there at night. I've been out there many, several times.
We've had a lady, an officer, just 4 or 5 vehicles around. 2 or 3 issues.
Every time.
Do we know where they live in relation to this?
He lives on Robert Dale, so that's actually county. Right, but the road is what we're trying to.
Yeah, that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah, but that's where he lives.
And she lives on what would be the north, well, Curtis, I don't know, is that north or east? This one, the top part.
The top part of the picture?
Yeah. So, I mean, because right now, the current ordinance covers, like from, it's the bottom of be the left side of the paper, the horseshoe, it covers now. So we just said we'd extend it the rest of the way. I mean,
So you're saying right now that that's a policy?
yeah, the ordinance is, what is it, 151 to 165 or something weird like
it's
that.
western,
That's duplex.
No. So right now, it's from 163 to 151, so basically it would be that. So it's bottom part. I don't know really why we did it. But there's no problems down there. Those houses are far apart. So I don't know what the nexus was of that.
He asked a question for parking in there, raising the garage. About what, first, where first drive?
So you're talking about the hill from, Bogey Drive?
Yeah.
So that's leading to the north side.
North side. That north side road, it's very difficult.
That's tight.
That's where I see all this.
So are we, what I'm hearing is you want to amend this to just leave that part of it. Which you can't do.
You can many or any proposals discussion to it. But I'm not telling you. to make it.
Right, but
I'm just saying consider.
Yeah.
I can't say that.
But, yes.
I mean, but the thing is I'm in the area, and I know what the problem is. And I'm gonna tell you that Mary Catherine and Edna is just as tight as North Loud Curtis, if not tighter.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I've been up there a couple of times, I have some friends that live in that area. And I would think that you're looking at North Lyle Curtis Circle, Edna and Mary Catherine, everything is built so close together. And when you get down to the south line, it isn't. And so I have friends that live over there. I don't even think that many people park on the street down there. All of the street parking is occurring in these other three because they made the driveways so small that most vehicles don't even fit in the driveway. I mean, it's a horrible, horrible layout. So, I mean, I feel like that we need to do it based on roads and not just say, okay, well, we're gonna take this big gigantic circle, especially if we're not addressing the two roads in the middle that are also a problem, and we're not addressing that.
We kind of looked at this other piece here down by the church. If you take the houses across from the church parking lot, you now impede no one will be able to see around the corner to turn onto Loud Curtis. You know what I'm saying? So you got that black pavement there. Now you put cars on that side of the street. You're gonna have people coming off and getting on Loud Curtis. They can't see around cars that's parked right there.
And that's
You
the way
can't
I
make it
drive
no
in.
car parking on both sides.
I've got a suggestion, why don't we table this, and then the roads and grounds can go back and look and try to change it. You've already
I
got,
also think there are other subdivisions that are in the same situation. I hear several complaints out of Ward 3 for the same thing. So maybe Roads and Grounds needs to look at this, across all boards, like, find out, like in Ward 4, do we have any of those issues? In Ward 3, where are those issues, right? And then work all of those. So we don't fix a problem like this and then have it still happening, where we can't get a fire truck through, or an oxygen truck, or.
Maybe we need to ask the fire department to go on there at night, drive around.
We did talk about that a long time ago, about identifying the areas that they
Across
can get
the-
because
across the-
I wanted them to do the painting and, that's that's part of, that would help.
I think that would be a good place to start.
Yeah.
And so we're helping our emergency services.
So we'll table this until the next council meeting. We'll discuss it in Roads and Grounds.
well, Mayor, do we have a motion and a second on this issue?
Yes.
Yes.
We need to withdraw that.
Well, you can amend your motion to request to postpone to
I
the
didn't make
next,
the motion, so whoever made the motion.
or Trudy made the motion, so she can amend it to postpone to the next council meeting.
I make a motion that we postpone this amendment to the next council meeting.
Second.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right. Passes. We'll talk about this more. Okay. HB 2025-40.
First reading an ordinance establishing
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
a no parking zone on the west side of Old H Highway, fixing an effective date. Second reading, ordinance establishing a no parking zone on the west side of Old H Highway, fixing an effective date.
Need a motion? Motion, Mr. Rice, second. Who was that? Mr. Harold, second. Any discussion on this one? No discussion? All right.
Councilwoman Corn,
Yes.
Councilman Hagan,
Yes.
Councilman Rice,
Yes.
Councilman Hyatt,
Yes.
Councilwoman Dills.
Yes.
Councilman Harold,
Yes.
Councilman Farman.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, HB 2025-41.
First reading an ordinance approving a bid for the sale of certain real property located within the city of Waynesville, Missouri, fixing an effective date. The second reading an ordinance approving a bid for the sale of certain real property located within the city of Waynesville, Missouri, fixing an effective date.
All right, motion? Motion.
I'll second.
Second. Mr. Farmer. Discussion? Madam Clerk?
Councilman Farman,
Yes.
Councilman Harold,
Yes.
Councilwoman Dills.
Yes.
Councilman Hyatt, Councilman Rice,
Yes.
Councilman Hagan,
Aye.
Councilwoman Corn.
Yes.
All right, so there is no other business. We'll go straight into the council comments, and we will start with Mr. Farmer.
Start over here, so you start over on that guy. You gotta go 1 and 2. You gotta go last. So start way over on the guy in the yellow. Next. Yep. Go to the next one.
Nothing, sir.
Go to the next one. Next lady, go. Go ahead, go.
I'm repeating my message from before, but, in our neighborhood, the cars or vehicles are not adhering to the laws of, passing school buses. We had a, vehicle pass the school bus while the sign was out, the child was getting off the bus. Residents are really concerned about it. We have new housing in zone in our area, and they're speeding really high. They don't adhere to the speed limits. So I just ask that everybody be on the lookout, cautious of other vehicles and small children, because we seem to be getting more and more children around, and school has started, and they don't know to look both ways sometimes. So just watch out for small children.
Thank you.
Just wanted to recognize the people again that got the rewards, especially Keaton. I thought that was awesome for the city. That means a lot. That first place at the MPUA Lineman Rodeo. That's pretty impressive. Also would like to remind everybody that deer season's getting ready to open up here, or I guess bow season has, and the deer are running pretty rapid throughout the neighborhood. So just be cautious. Amount of deer we have around here.
Alright, so skip over here. Go to Rob Rice.
Yes, I want to thank Chief Cordova and the Waynesville Police Department. They do a wonderful job keeping the city safe like this.
So, Keaton left, but I saw a picture earlier that I can't believe these guys do this. Keaton was down in a hole, and he was doing whatever electric people do to keep electric working. And there was 100-foot long copperhead next to him in the hole. 100 foot. It was from here to that city up the hill. It was so big.
In Ripley, believe it or not, Emily?
Yeah, it was just, and it was right there, and he's standing right here working. Yeah, exactly. I saw the picture and I was like, So to all the workers in the city that get in polls, good on you, because, oh my God, I was freaked out seeing the picture. I can't imagine what it would have been like in a hole. So anyway, I just wanted to bring that up, and congratulations. MML is awesome. I learned so much from it, and I encourage everybody in the city to do it.
All right, thank you, Mr. David. Raise your hand if you're MML certified official here.
Oh, that's the guy.
All right.
He forgot.
All right.
My turn. This goes out to the staff, everybody sitting here, and all of our wonderful citizens in the community. Thank you for everything that you have done to keep us going this past month. The months seem to go faster and faster every time. Everything that you do keeps Waynesville moving forward, and that's what I like to see. I hope to see everybody at Hogs and Frogs. That's coming up at the end of the month, so make sure you get out there. Spending time together in the community like that is a wonderful reminder of how much each of us bring to a community. And so I think it makes our town extra special. Every small event, and we have a lot of events happening in the park. So if you can't make Hogs and Frogs, hopefully you make something else. But remember to keep the spirit alive of those movements, right? I think it's been a rough few weeks. We need to be better at being a good neighbor. We need to show grace and choose kindness every day. So, move forward.
I just got a couple of things that I want to share this evening. First, I want to tell the Tiger TV students, WCC and Mr. Wallace, we have Denver, Finn, Oliver, Tim, Morgan. Thank you for what you're doing tonight. You don't know how much we appreciate this when school is out, you can't get the word out, you're helping us broadcast everything out. So I want to thank everybody for doing that. Great program. The other thing is, this last week I have been in the ML conference. I went with Mr. Harold, and I'm going to tell you it was a great experience. But when we were sitting down one day, we was talking, and he came up with a great idea, and I want to share it. Because I told him that we have this initiative, we want everybody to download our app. So we're going to ding Mondays as share the app day. So if you have the app on your phone, I want you to text it to somebody else. It's his idea, so if people get mad at you, blame him. But I want to share that because I thought that was a cool idea. So if you already have the app, share it with someone, and hopefully they download it, because this helps us to spread the information, get people online. Because the whole reason we got it is so that we can continue to connect with our citizens. So this is very important. I want you to join us in on that, and hopefully we can send out a reminder and let everybody know. Share it Monday. Well, Monday is right. But yeah, we'll do that. The other thing is, of course, we have a lot of great events that are taking place. We talked about Hogs and Frogs. I want everybody to be safe. Just as Ms. Dill said, we need to make sure we watch our speed going through the neighborhoods. You know, get up early, and then you don't have to rush past the bus to get to work. And that in the neighborhoods, you don't want anything catastrophic happening. And a few years ago, maybe about 4 years ago, there was a FedEx truck and a kid, and it was not a good thing. So we don't want children to be injured, especially when you see vehicles on the street. We don't have sidewalks in most of our neighborhoods, and the children have to travel on the sidewalks. So we'll make sure we remain safe and be alert. We're trying our best to light up the communities. We haven't planned for more street lights, and it's a process of getting these things done. But until then, we just ask everybody to please follow the law. And that's pretty much all I have. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see everybody tomorrow. I do have one on the 19th, which is tomorrow. We have Safety Day, so the City Hall will be closed. So we need to make sure that everyone knows that tomorrow we will not be open because we have to fill out annual. We'll be closing at noon tomorrow. I'm retracting that. So we're closed at noon tomorrow for safety day. We'll be open from the morning, from 8 till noon. We'll be open from 8 a.m. to noon tomorrow. We're open.
Bob Gibbs looking at me, I was going with it. Yeah.
I see people shake like this and then other people like, but okay, so tomorrow we will have a half a day and provide services for our citizens. Make sure it's great. And download the app and share it. This meeting is adjourned.